Do you struggle in mid-ladder? Are you tired of losing to level 15 Mega Knights, Hog Rider Firecracker decks, and maxed out players every single game? Well, you've come to the right place. Today I pushed on my level 13 mini account using underleveled 3.0 Xbow Cycle, tackling mid-ladder head-on to give you my best tips and tricks to overcome this unforgiving trophy range. Using my puny level 12 Knight to fend off the hordes of level 15 Mega Knights, I was able to reach Champion League and unlock the Master Ticket. In this video, I'll be imparting my wisdom and physically demonstrating how I was able to get some amazing wins against maxed out MK Hog players. If you copy my playstyle and take my advice to heart, I can guarantee you that you will have more success against these mid-ladder menaces. Before we get into it, only a small percentage of people that watch my channel are actually subscribed. If you enjoy the content, especially underleveled mid-ladder videos like this one, consider subscribing. It's free and it would really help me out. Plus, it lets me know that you guys want to see more videos just like this one. Now, enjoy the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the much beloved series of Midladder with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. Today our goal is to reach the Champion League with a level 13 King Tower and level 12 cards in the 3.0 Xbow Cycle deck. To be specific, I have a level 12 Knight, a level 12 Fireball, and a level 12 set of Skeletons, with the rest of my deck being a mix of level 13 and 14 cards, and only one card, the Xbow itself, being my level 15 maxed out card. Now, I'm going for a Champion League, and the goal today is to unlock the rank ticket, which will allow me to play more ranked in the future and create even more mid-ladder videos, as we are up against a level 15 Mega Knight in the very first match of the day. Now, I did activate my King Tower early, but my level 12 Knight is going to be no match for that level 15 Mega Knight. Gets shredded in 3 hits. I think we won't take any hits because the King Tower did help out quite a bit, but this is going to be a recurring theme in this series because I have been facing so many level 15 Mega Knights. It is so frustrating. And he has a Ram Rider. Let's log everything back, and I think I can get an Ice Spirit Skellies to kind of reset this Ram and maybe get a small Xbow lock. Yes, we can. Very nice early lock, and that will give us a damage lead because he had no Mega Knight in cycle, so just nice Xbow timing. I'll be doing my best in this video to give you a bunch of tips and tricks to survive mid-ladder yourself, how to beat overleveled opponents, and how to play 3.0 Xbow in the correct playstyle in these trenches of mid-ladder. Now, I already know what some of you are going to comment. Oh, SK, I'm 2,000 trophies above you and I have card levels level 9 and 10. This is not mid-ladder. This is a joke. Let me just remind you again, I have a level 12 Knight, which I have not seen any other YouTubers doing in this trophy range. And I've been facing level 15 Mega Knights basically every single game. So before you comment about that, I just want you to consider that I genuinely have done my best to simulate a challenging set of card levels for myself and genuinely pose a challenge in this trophy range. Thank you for your attention. Now I'm going to go for a defensive X1, and as you can see, my opponent does not know how to act, and this is one of the secret sauces behind the mid-ladder playstyle. Everyone is playing maxed out Mega Knights, 30,000 tanks in their deck, and so what you really want to do is go for a defensive Xbow so that they don't know what to do and they're just going to be struggling. I'm going to go for the bow right now with a surviving defensive Xbow. I've set up a Tesla in the back. I have my Evo Archer cycled as well, and as you can see, my opponent genuinely does not know how to act. That's going to be a level 15 Mega Knight shredded. Let me block his potential Ram Rider with a Knight. I have my Evo Tesla in cycle as well. He's back to a level 15 Mega Knight, but that Xbow is about to take his tower, and all I really have to do is defend this final push. Poorly timed Ram Rider will go in front of the Mega Knight, and with the King Tower activated, I should be able to defend everything just fine. As you can see, the defensive Xbow is truly a testament to how strong this deck can be, even in mid-ladder. Even with a level 12 Knight, if you activate the King early against decks you can activate the King against, you're going to be in for a great spot and be at a good position. Beautiful first win against maxed out MK for the first game in mid-ladder. Alright, we got another game against Lev XTY, and I'm not gonna lie, I do totally empathize with you guys. It is very frustrating and upsetting to go against players that have fully level 15 decks that just outmatch you, outlevel you in every sense of the words. But trust me, you can win against these players. It genuinely is possible, and you don't have to be worried, as my opponent goes for a level 15 PEKKA at the bridge. And this brings me to my next tip for you guys in mid-ladder, which is that more often than not, you are going to have to overcommit on defense. The simple fact of the matter is, their cards are going to be higher level than yours, and so right now I have level 13 Tesla, level 14 Archers, level 13 Princess Towers up against a maxed out PEKKA just a normal set of defenses will not be enough. You're going to have to overcommit, and that's okay. Once you accept that, it's going to be much easier for you. Let's activate the King Tower against this Firecracker. Skelly's after the fact to take it out, and then I can go for a Tesla to pull the balloon, Ice Spirit to hold it in the middle, and just like that, that is another very nice defense with the King Tower helping out, as you can see. Even though, again, we do have to overcommit on pretty much every defensive sequence, we have the King Tower activated, we took no damage, and we are actually doing pretty good in this match, I would say. Now, I would like to say that Evos are very crucial. I know a lot of you guys might not have evolutions, but we do have some really nice evolution events coming up. You know, we have the free Evo Archers, free Evo Tesla, and so I would expect a lot of you to be able to get at least one of those, and so leaning on your Evo Archers and or Evo Tesla in situations will help you get out of situations where you'd have to overcommit as well. Right now, I'm going to go for the Xbow, even though my opponent is up a decent amount of elixir because I had to go Knight plus Archers. I feel like this is still pretty decent, and this placement is pretty crucial as well. I tucked my Xbow into the middle, near the left of the river, as you can see, instead of in the normal spot, so that it will actually help out against his PEKKA, and that's going to allow me to defend this PEKKA with an Ice Spirit as well, whereas if I went for the Xbow in the corner, I might have gotten an Xbow lock, but I might have had a whole world of trouble against that PEKKA as well. So, you know, just kind of give and take here. You're not going to expect to defend everything for cheap, you're going to have to go in. And right now, he's not back to his PEKKA elixir-wise, so he does get that down late. Really nice recognition by me. Let's block everything, let's go for the Knight Ice Spirit. Level 12 Knight will get two-shot by the PEKKA, but I will go out of my way to overcommit right now, log the Wizard out, and that should be a pretty good Xbow push. I can go for another Xbow push in the right because I have actually outcycled his PEKKA, and he's kind of low in elixir. Evo Lumberjack will be a problem, but I still think we can get a small Xbow lock in the right now because he's definitely low in elixir. He's definitely in a lot of trouble. I'll actually go the distance to full commit to this Xbow. Just maximize this lock. I will let the Wizard die because I don't even think my Fireball will kill it. It's a level 12 Fireball after all, but that's a huge Xbow lock. Yeah, as you can see, my Fireball didn't even kill the Wizard, man. So you have to keep your levels in mind when you do everything, you know. That applies to what I said with defensive tips, where you have to go for overcommitments on defense just to kill their troops that you would normally not have to overcommit against in a normal situation, but also you might have to overcompensate for interaction differences. Like, don't expect your Fireball to one-shot the Wizard. Don't expect your Fireball log, or rather when it's chipped out, of course. Don't expect your Fireball log to kill their Witch. Like right here, as you can see, Fireball log does not kill... Oh, it does actually kill a Wizard. Wow, okay. That's it. Impressive, I would say. But my Fireball log does not kill a Witch. I've already tested that. So yeah, just keep these interactions in mind, you know, and adjust accordingly. And if you keep all of that in mind, you know, don't play like you normally would, just, oh, look, my tower takes 4 shots to kill a Firecracker, if I'm not mistaken right there. That's another example. Just keep everything in mind. Make informed decisions, you know. Don't just try and play like you normally would and then complain that it doesn't work, because you do have to adapt, you do have to adjust, sadly. This is overleveled mid-ladder hell. Now, my opponent here is going to be playing into my defensive Exo. As you can see, defensive Exos are a great option, again, in this matchup. Most people in mid-ladder do not actually have a big spell in their deck. And so that means you can really just rely on, wow, that Wizard one-shot my Archers, if I saw that correctly. That's insane. But yeah, most people in mid-ladder do not have a way to take out a defensive Exo. They might just have arrows. A lot of them have arrows, actually. But other than that, they don't have a great way to get on top of your Debo, so that's a great way you can create value. If you're not sure how to create value, if you're kind of struggling and just constantly going in, getting punished for it, consider a defensive Expo. I will be stressing this a lot because I'll be going for a lot of defensive Expos myself. Let's go for a Tesla, even though that Evo Jack is, oh my god, basically took it out, but Ice Spirit will help, and then we're going to be able to Fireball off, and that's going to be a beautiful win against essentially maxed out Lumberloon with the max PEKKA as well. All the tips should be applicable. Okay, so game 1, level 15 Mega Knight. Game 2, level 15 PEKKA. Game 3, this dude does have a Mega Knight with 3 stars on his banner. Looking pretty promising, but nah, I'm actually enjoying the mid-ladder grind. I mean, it's definitely a challenge, a very uphill challenge, playing against people with much higher levels than you, but it's a pretty fun challenge as well. Now, this guy is going to go for the Hog, and I don't have Tesla anywhere near my hand. I do have to go for the defensive Expo, as he does get the Fireball off, and tying back to what I was saying last game, you just cannot expect interactions to go your way. So I didn't have a Tesla, say I went for Archer's Spirit Log or something like that to take no hits, I would still take a Hog hit because that is a max level Hog and my cards are not max level. So the defensive Exo was essentially warranted and necessary, and you just have to accept that interactions are not going to be the way they're supposed to be. You're going to have to go out of your way to make interactions work. Right now, this guy is playing what looks to be a Hoggy Q. Nope, there's the level 15 Mega Knight. About as expected, you could say, but let's try and activate the King Tower off this Firecracker if we can. We will get both towers on that Mega Knight. I can try and activate King off the Skellies and then go for the Archer to take out the Firecracker. Very nice, although that MK is still healthy. I don't even have anything in cycle to deal with it, so just going to go for the late Tesla. We are down so much, but I'm not going to lose heart. I'm just going to do my best, and if he goes for a Hog, I can push it into my Tesla with an Ice Spirit, so I'm kind of ready. Yeah, there's the Hog. Let's push it. Okay, that is an epic fail of a push. That's my bad. We have to go for the Fireball, I think. And we're actually going to take a Hog hit as well, but this is a really bad start. I'm not going to lie, this is where levels just really get to you because, you know, I got starting handed by that Hog. I was forced to be down automatically by going defensive Expo, and I was just in trouble. But right now we have sequenced it so that we have our Evo Archers available for this push, so maybe we can make something happen over here. We do get a nice Expo lock as he goes for a late gang, going to react with a log immediately. I'm expecting to MK any second now. We'll get our Evo Archers ASAP to get that DPS going. Level 12 Knight will get shredded by the MK, but I get some nice power shots before that happens, and we actually do a pretty good job taking care of that MK. Get our center Tesla down to help with the MK and subsequently the Hog. I think we can even go for an Expo now because we did just defend his MK Hog push. He's not back to either one of them. We have a log available for his Goblin Gang. You know, cycle counting, all of that is very relevant and necessary even here. He does get the MK down in time, but, you know, this is not looking too bad. I think we're kind of getting our momentum back, and one thing I will tell you guys in situations like these, especially in these matchups, is let the opponent come to you. And what I mean by that is, you know, I'm not just spamming offensive Expos, I'm kind of just playing aggressively. Somehow that Firecracker survives some insane amount of damage. That's actually ridiculous, but I'm not just spamming offensive Expo. You know, right now I defend this push, not the best. I'm down damage. I want to kind of recover, but I'm not being impatient. I'm not just going to spam Expos. I'm going to go for a defensive Expo. Again, keep the momentum in my favor. This guy does have a Fireball in his deck, but I still just want to get the defensive Expo down, just build some kind of advantage, and maybe I can make something happen off of that. He does throw the Fireball off, but you can see that we're kind of just getting the momentum to go our way. I think I can maybe outcycle him and go for an Expo right now because no MK available. And just let them come to you. Play passive, don't overcommit, just play your game, play the way you're supposed to, and the cycle should line up. Because in mid-ladder, people often tend to be very aggressive for no reason, so they will just waste their counters. They'll just go aggressive for no reason. Let them come to you, be passive. Like you can see, I got a great comeback against MK Hog, and just let the momentum come in your favor. Alright, got a match against Bustic Bus, level 15 as expected, and let me try and do some thorough narration and commentary in this game. I'll try and talk about every single decision I make, as well as my thought process. I know you guys like when I do that kind of commentary. Just gonna go Skellies on the Princess, no Knight, no Ice Spirit. I want to be up a bit of Elixir. I want to try and make something happen with this Expo, as he does cycle a Valkyrie at the same time, so pretty fortunate. I will go for the Ice Spirit plus Knight, because he just spent 9 Elixir, you know, 4 on the Valk, 5 on the Eye Tower. He is down quite a bit of Elixir right here, right now, and this is a great opportunity to try and break through. Level 15 Skarmy, wow, but I can't really afford to log, I think, so I'm just going to split my archers in the middle. They should deal with both the Skarmy and the Valkyrie. Very nicely done. As you can see, we have a pretty decent lead, and I get a better idea of my opponent's deck. Valkyrie, Skarmy, Inferno Tower, so probably going to be some kind of bait deck, maybe Hog Bait. I think Hog Bait is pretty common over here. There is the Goblin Barrel, and so that is going to be a level 15 Goblin Barrel. So another bit of advice I'll give you guys about log bait matchups: you actually need to save your log for the barrel most of the time. There's the Hog Bait, like I said, but you really do need to save your log because the underleveled Princess Tower does not two-shot goblins that are a higher level than the tower. So, you know, even a level 14 Goblin Barrel, for example, that would get 3 stabs from each goblin on my tower. So you really need to log or Fireball if you need to, but you can't go for, you know, like Archer Skellies or Ice Spirit as you normally would in other instances. You have to be a bit more aggressive. Right now, this guy does go for a hunter, really random hunter. Actually going to go in because he's low on elixir after playing a hunter like that. And like I said, elixir and card cycle tracking, pretty important even in mid-ladder. He just spent a bunch of random elixir in a short burst. You know, Valkyrie, hunter, princess. I knew he was low on elixir. And I think he's going to go for either an Inferno Tower or a Hog. I'm not going to go for anything yet. I'll go for the Knight to react to the Valkyrie. And that is a huge Xbow punish. Like I said again, just kind of letting him come to me in mid-ladder. Players will often overcommit on their own accord. You don't really have to do anything. You don't have to like spam Xbows to try and make them overcommit. They will overcommit by themselves, trust me. So what you want to do is just bide your time, be patient, and let them overcommit so that you can get the punish that you are looking for. And I'm just going to go for the defensive Xbow because I don't see a point fireballing the left side when he has a princess in the side I don't want damage in. I don't want to waste a log either when, again, he has an overleveled goblin barrel. I kind of need to save log for that because my tower will not do an adequate job of taking care of those goblins. And like I said, we can basically just go in with a surviving defensive Xbow. This is a really nice advantage we've built for ourselves. I think I'll just try and let this Valkyrie get taken out first. Then we can kind of go for maybe like a late Tesla plus an Xbow push. I think that would be a really nice idea. Let's go for that. As you can see, nice Evo Tesla, beautiful sequencing, and now I don't even think my log will one-shot that princess actually, so let's not log it off. Let's get Evo archers to help out. As you can see, beautiful sequencing, and just a matter of patience, playing my cards correctly, and elixir counting, knowing when he overextended, and punching accordingly. That is all what it's about here in mid-ladder. Alright, and now we are one win away from the elusive Champion League and unlocking that rank ticket on the underleveled account. I am so ready for this. Let's get the good luck. Let's get back to the specific, thorough type of commentary. Try and walk you guys through all of my plays. Split Archers, very nice starting play because you can get back to the Evo Archers just a bit quicker, and it kind of just covers both lanes. It's a very safe play that doesn't really leave you in trouble in any instance or circumstance. Mighty Miner Skellies looks like it's actually going to be some kind of cycle deck. Maybe Hog EQ. You know, normally in mid-ladder, it's pretty rare you'd actually face some genuine meta decks, but it's looking pretty likely right now. Gonna go for the Xbow just to test the water, see what he has. He does have the Hog EQ, but goes for the EQ and Hog in a pretty weird kind of order. Not sure what that was all about, but I'm going to be pretty happy with that. I mean, the Firecracker, again, is getting 4-shot by the tower. That's just how you have to deal with overload Firecrackers here in mid-ladder, but my opponent kind of messed up that early sequencing, and so that was just a nice Expo lock to be a nice damage lead to start this game out. So Hog EQ. The game plan is going to be try and activate the King Tower off that Firecracker if I can. My opponent is spamming his entire bar. I'm going to predict a Hog at the bridge and go for a low Tesla because I feel like he's just literally spamming everything he can. He might also just go for an EQ, but I think he's one away from EQ if I'm not entirely mistaken. But I will have to shove a Hog into my Tesla just like this. Let's do it correctly this time. Yes, very nice shove into the Tesla. Go for the log as well. Make sure I take no Hog hits. Very nice defense, honestly. And he still has to respond to my Knight, so looking pretty good. Now, I do want to activate the King off a Firecracker if I can, but if it's going to be an Evo Firecracker, might have to reconsider that. And as far as the game plan goes, usually in mid-ladder, I feel like this is not very reliable, but players are not the best at defending Xbows, so of course they have a lot of bailouts where they can, you know, have an MK, max level, Ice Golem, Knight, a bunch of tanks, but usually they won't be able to defend the Xbows that well, so my game plan is actually going to be just kind of play passive and let him be really aggressive, and then if he wastes a bunch of counters, I can go for the Expo and he's probably going to mess up. Like right now, I do have Evo Archers coming down. I might as well just go for it because he doesn't have Mighty Miner available. He's probably going to panic against this Expo. Yes, he will. Waste a Firecracker. Evo Archers getting infinite value, and just like that, we get another lock. So this guy is just kind of messing around. If you guys don't feel comfortable with this playstyle, you can just take it like the normal meta playstyle against Hog EQ, where I would just pressure opposite lane, force out the EQ, and then Fireball Cycle here and there, but honestly against people who don't know how to defend Expos as easily, you can opt for a more aggressive playstyle. Now I'm finally getting King Tower activation like I was talking about all that time ago. Gonna get our defensive Expo placed over here, that way we can also bait out the Earthquake, and once he goes for the EQ, I can then go for the Tesla after the fact, and that's just gonna be a pretty nice sequence overall. We get another Fireball off, and I just need one more Fireball to finish the game, so this guy was playing a pretty good counter deck to me. Levels were about decent. I mean, he had some max levels, some level 15s, but he just played the game completely wrong. Like I said in mid-ladder, people don't really know what they're doing even if they have good levels, so just by playing better than them, having a good game plan, You can make it work. And speaking of making it work, that was the game for Champion League. So just like that, we are going to unlock the Master Ticket and unlock Rank Mode. Absolutely beautiful gameplay. Very proud of what I was able to achieve with underleveled 3.0 Xbow Cycle. Let's go. Alright, now that we have reached Champion League, I thought why not just do a bit of a victory lap and get some wins in Champion. Just keep the push going, you know, level 13, level 12 Knight, doing my thing in Champion League feels pretty good. Now against the Witch, I am pretty sure my Fireball Log does not kill the Witch, so I'm going to opt for the offensive Xbow opposite lane instead. What I will do though is shove it over into the corner, like I said, to help out against his push. As you can see, it's going to help and lock onto the Witch. And I just find this to be a more defensive but viable option. He goes for a barrel onto the bow. Let me actually go archers to help that retarget, and that is a huge lock early on, so... You know, when they go for like a Witch or an Exy in the back sometimes, that's 5 elixir down the drain. I don't think it's the worst idea to go for an Xbow opposite lane. I don't think it's really a bad idea at all. And especially in mid-ladder when they don't really know how to defend everything optimally, it can actually go and pay dividends. So right now we are up 2,000 damage and not down any kind of elixir. No disadvantage whatsoever. Definitely a great position if I do say so myself. And so right here, I think what we'll do is just kind of reset with a Knight the back. It is level 12 Knight. It is not very overpowering in any sense. Probably going to get overpowered by whatever he plays, but I'm just going to go for it. And again, I'm going to adjust my playstyle according to levels. He goes for the Witch. I don't have a Fireball Log that can kill the Witch, so that's okay. I'm just going to go for my defensive Xbow instead. I think this is a safer option, as he does pull out the level 15 Mega Knight after all. Only was a matter of time until we saw it, but I'm pretty okay. Again, defensive Xbow, very safe play. As you can see, I'm just kind of finding out more about my opponent's deck. I'm not really worried about anything, and we're doing okay. I think I do have to log this off, unfortunately. Was kind of debating if I should or not. He does have a barrel. I'll have to fireball that because, again, overleveled barrels. You can't just go for, like, cycle cards. Wow, this is actually really bad. Hold up. If he has a zap, I think I lost the game, but just gonna hope he doesn't have a zap. Ice Spirit Skellies for a nice positive trade on the Hog, although we do take 2 whole Hog hits because level 15 Hog Rider is a painful Hog Rider. He does have a Wizard. I think we will just reset again with a defensive Xbow. There's really no harm in playing safe, honestly, especially in mid-ladder. You have to play like this. There's really no shame. Just don't even worry about it, guys. Just play the way you're supposed to play. Play the game the way a smart, disciplined person would play it. This is the way I like to think of it, and I really don't think there's any harm. Now, I'm going to go for the Xbow because I am back to my Knight. Even though he has a max level Mega Knight, I think I can get my Knight down. Let's get the Knight down. Let's log this Hog back after another hit, get the perfect log timing off. Let's try and get a lock over here because he shouldn't have enough elixir for the MK. He just barely does, but I think we can defend. If I'm not mistaken, he should have arrows, right? So I have to get back to my Knight ASAP. Let's get our Knight over here. Let's get our Tesla in the corner for the Evo Wizard. Really nicely orchestrated defense. Log on the barrel, and I'm feeling pretty good, although he is back to Hog, so I have to get my defense decks ready ASAP if he does go for that. He actually gets the Witch down. I'm still going to debo. Like I said, there is really no harm in playing safe and passive in mid-ladder. Like, you just have to do what you have to do. Whether people get mad at you for it, whether it feels boring. Would you rather have a boring win, or would you rather try and have fun and just get overpowered and steamrolled by levels and lose? I would choose the former, no doubt. So now we have a surviving defensive Xbow, a surviving Evo Tesla, and I think there's absolutely no reason to not go in right now. We can probably make a game-winning sequence happen. So we have our Evo Archers lined up. I got my log down. Wait, that's on the Xbow? Okay, wow, I didn't expect that at all. He actually has to go for a panic barrel on the Xbow, but that is just going to be a good game. He even gives me the well played, knows that we did a great job, and that is how it's done. Another level 15 Mega Knight taken soul by our Xbow. So I had another game against, you guessed it, level 15 Mega Knight once again, and this one actually did not go so hot. So I split archers, he's just leaking elixir, so I decided to go for the Xbow, you know, no real reason not to. I'm kind of up elixir in some sense, and he drops the level 15 MK, gets the firecracker down as well. I go for my Skelly's log to try and kill the firecracker, and it actually survives on 1 HP and just kind of ruins my entire sequence. And just like that, you know, in the first minute of the game, when I was kind of up elixir, just card levels and some poor micro decisions as well just cost me my entire tower, and just like that, I basically already lost the game. You guys probably know this, but Xbow in a tower trade scenario is not the most ideal win condition, especially because they can just play stuff right on top of your Xbow. So I do actually manage to basically take his tower, but at the same time, I'm not going to win a tower trade situation against a level 15 player with a max level Mega Knight Firecracker deck. So this just goes to show that, you know, you can't win every game, and I want to include this in the video as well because as much as I do have a great time outplaying players and doing a great job just being better than people in Midladder, at the end of the day, you can't control everything, and you can't always be the person who wins. You can't always beat people who are overleveled. Sometimes you will just have losses against overleveled players. You will just lose due to circumstances out of your control, and the best thing you can do is just keep your head up, move forward, and go into the next game. There's no point letting situations like these get to your head, affect your mental, because it's not your fault. You're not pay to win, you're not max level. Just let it go, move on to the next one, GG, go next, and it happens. It happens to the best of us. Alright, we live, we learn, we move on from a loss. Let's go for one more nice win in Midladder. Hope you guys have enjoyed the return of the Midladder series with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. I, for one, have had a great time. I think we've done a great job at just outplaying people that have max level Mega Knights, and I'm just pretty proud of myself, so I hope you guys are proud of me too. Into this next one, this guy has level 15 Spear Goblin, some kind of bait deck for sure. There's the Firecracker too, gonna get that Fireball off ASAP, and you guys know the drill, just playing passive, playing safe at the start. I do not trust my Ice Spirit and Tower to take care of the rest of that, so I will have to waste a Knight over here. We very well could see a Mega Knight in response, and if it's the case, we'll just have to defend it. You know, it is what it is. Level 15 Cannon on defense. Okay. I think, honestly, okay, he's already back to a Scaly Barrel. That is some crazy fast cycling skills, and I say that as a cycle player myself, but I think we might just have to play really defensive right now. I'm quite sure this guy is hiding some kind of Mega Knight or something. There's the Hog Rider, so let's get our Xbow down. Scalers for DPS. Did not expect the Firecracker. Might have to log as well. Actually, I think we're okay. I'll get the late Ice Spirit down. We will get a nice King Tower activation off the Firecracker. Like I said, it is very important whenever you can to activate the King Tower at any given opportunity, really. Like, it's just no contest. It's going to be so helpful because it just helps you bridge that gap with levels, and you really need that gap to be bridged. So right here, I think we can split archers, and okay, he's back to the Evo Scaly Barrel. I don't know how this guy's cycling just as fast as me, but that's going to be a lot of damage because of the Evo Scaly Barrel, but that's okay. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not going to spam offensive Xbows too early on. I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to reset, and let's actually just go for a defensive Xbow because this guy might not have a great response to it. Yeah, he has to go for the hog into it, so I actually think this is pretty nice. I mean, it feels like he just doesn't have a great response to the defensive Xbow, and that makes me feel pretty happy because I know I have a game plan that I can follow that will work out. Scaly Barrel will get kited by the Xbow as well. I can go for a late Ice Spirit to clean everything up, split our Evo Archers, and I think now we can start going for the offensive Xbows because we know more about his deck, and we do have an activated King, as well as a pretty good sequence over here with the Evo Archers helping out. Let's get our Tesla up high just to help out against this too. We have our log, as you can see. I've just kind of sequenced everything very nicely. Evo Archers putting in a lot of work, and that is a really good Expo lock. Let's go Knight in time, hopefully to keep the Expo alive. Yes, we will actually do a pretty good job, and that's going to put us in the damage lead, so really good punish, actually. And I'm pretty happy with the way that went. I think I will let this Tesla die. Go Expo again, because he went Hog into a Tesla. Cannot say I agree with that decision. Gets the late Evo MK down. Very, very late, though. That will be on tower, and that will pretty much... Okay, that's not game. He does get a zap down to reset, but that is pretty much GG's. I mean, there's not much he can do right now. We are big chilling. We have a nice Evo Tesla for this Evo Scaly Barrel, and the momentum completely shifted. And what did you guys think I did to get ahead so much in this game? The answer was patience and defensive Xbows. Like I said, I'm really giving you guys the sauce. This is how you're supposed to play in this range. There are players that will outlevel you in every sense of the word, but with smart gameplay, with a good playstyle, you can just play better than them. You can have defensive support set up, you can have a defensive Expo to help you out. You can be just fine. Let's go for our Fireball Cycle. 2 Fireballs should do it, and yeah, like I said, you just need to play passive. You just need to lean on your defensive Expos, especially if they don't have a big spell to take care of them. And even if you don't want to devo, just don't be too aggressive with your offensive Expos. Just play passive, play safe, take note of interactions that might be different because of card levels and just do your thing, you know, and trust me, you really can win in mid-ladder. So that was a beautiful mid-ladder push. We got the rank ticket, we have unlocked it, and we did a great job with underleveled 3.0 Xbow Cycle against the horde of level 15 Mega Knights.